Hello, I'm Mary Lohman, and this is Mondays with Mary. It's the Christmas season, and we hear a lot about peace these days on Christmas cards and in Christmas carols. But the question is, do you have peace in your life? Jesus said, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you, but not as the world gives." If you don't, maybe it's because you're looking for the wrong kind of peace, the peace of the world. The world says if you don't have enough money, you can't have peace. The world says if you have good relationships, then you'll have peace. Or if you have good health and prosperity and absence of conflict, the world says that is what will give you peace. Peace is having everything going your way. And it's dependent on circumstances. That's what the world tells us. And even those of us who are Christ followers are prone to fall for the lie. The Bible tells us that our peace is in a person, Jesus Christ. That means that regardless of how things are going, we can have peace because we have Jesus. So anytime you and I are not feeling peaceful, it's probably because we are trying to find peace the world's way instead of finding our peace in the person of Jesus Christ. And that all takes place in your thought life. Let me give you a really simple example. Suppose you got up today and your first thoughts were, "Oh my goodness, it's Monday. What if this doesn't happen? Or what if that does happen? How am I going to make it through this day?" And you begin your day filled with anxious thoughts, worrying about the day ahead, predicting that the worst things will happen. Are you likely to have peace, the peace of Jesus with you, when your day starts like that? And where did it start? In your thought life. Now, it is indeed often true that circumstances in our lives are full of pressure and uncertainties and strife, all kinds of problems. So the question is, how can we have peace in the midst of very unfavorable circumstances? How do we keep that peace that Jesus left us, that peace that passes understanding? Well, it's just getting back to basics. The basic of filling your mind with truth from God's Word regularly, making sure your heart and mind are saturated with God's truth. Then when crowds around you comes all the problems of life and they threaten to steal your peace, you have what you need to overcome. You have truth. And you can then replace those peace-stealing lies with the truth. Like, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Like, Jesus will never leave me or forsake me. Like, nothing can separate me from the love of Jesus. In 1 Peter, we read that the person who intends to love life and seek good days must seek peace and pursue it. You have to go for it. It doesn't just happen. My good friend and board member, Janet, came to know Christ because of a coworker who was peaceful in a highly stressful work environment. Janet watched this coworker for a long time, and finally she asked him, "How do you do it?" This began a dialogue where he challenged her to read the Bible. She decided to do that. And after a couple of months of reading and investigating, Janet accepted Christ. And a few months later, her husband joined her. And it all started when one person was peaceful in a chaotic environment. What a testimony we could all have in our worlds if our lives showed that Christ is our peace. And we can have that peace even when the situation is chaotic. Christ has come to give us peace at Christmas and every day. Through Christ, we have the power to demonstrate his peace in a world that desperately needs peace. So have a very peaceful Monday and Christmas season.